give me just a little smile. We got a message for you. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Don't worry, don't hurry. Take it easy. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Give me just a little smile. That's all I ask of you. Is that too much? Give me just a little smile. We got a message for you. Join the sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Don't worry, don't hurry. Take it easy. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Get a lot stronger. Let the good vibes 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 get a lot stronger.
Thank you for Dirk Vortex. Shared the live. That's so sweet. You over 1,000 followers? You want to go live with me?
Summer in Texas sure knows how to keep it real. Real hot, that is. And the perfect
We make
cure
fun
for
of
your
songs or something.
summertime
We can do
blues
that
is
together.
Specs lower prices on summertime brews. Let Specs experts cool
Thank
your
you.
palate with wine
That's so
pairings,
sweet.
cocktail recipes, and ice-cold craft beers.
I'm just a fat,
So
funny,
fire
goofy
up
guy.
those sultry summer nights and chill out at the coolest place in all of Texas. Specs wines, spirits, and finer foods. Cheers to savings.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you for giving them likes. Oh, there's another good song. What song would you play? What song you want to play? CPR. Okay, Google. Play CPR by Cupcake.
Okay, check out this Cupcake K radio mix on Deezer.
I don't have it to where I can just set it up like that. But
What's going on, man?
what's going on, bud?
Chilling.
Right? Ain't nothing else to do. I don't even know this group. I'm pretty sure that's not the song the guy's talking about. Okay, Google. Play Smile.
Here's your Deezer playlist called Smile.
I'll add it to my list next time I add stuff to the list. I'll write it down. CPR. I already forgot. Who is it by again? I promise I'll get it on there for you, Zach. We'll listen to it together. We'll go through, listen to some songs, remind us of family together, Zach.
Puddle of mud.
What?
Puddle of mud. She effing hates me. Good song.
Oh, a song, Puddle of Mud? I think I have heard of that song. This is the list I have on Deezer. I need to get with my...
The group is Puddle of Mud. The song is She Effing Hates Me.
This was CPR. Who was that by again? I'm sorry. Is that the CPR? I ain't even on Brownie yet, and I'm already forgetting things.
Oh, shit.
My volume up. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You hear it okay?
Yeah.
I remember growing up, man, listening to Laid Back. Man, I love them guys. Well, I got CPR on there anyway. I'll figure out. I don't think Zach's here no more. Matter of fact, talking about that, I might as well do that right now. Which one of y'all gonna be ate today?
I am tired today. Hell, I turned on my live on accident the other day, and it was all dark out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it was basically pointed at the ceiling of the car, and I was sitting here. And it was all dark, and I turned it on accident, and I fucking set it down on my chest, my phone, and I was laying back just relaxing. I picked my phone up, and I look, and there's 170 people watching a black screen. I'm like, what the hell? We're all watching, like.
That's funny. Something's gonna happen, man. I'm telling you, something's gonna happen.
Something's not gonna happen. I'm like, weirdos, like, what the hell?
You just gotta wait. It's gonna happen. I tell you.
It's like people watching other people sleep, dude. Like, that shit's weird. Like the one girl, I was cracking up. Old girl was getting gifts like crazy. She had a list on her wall of the different gifts and what happens when the gift goes off. She's playing her kind of sleep. They're fucking sending gifts, and lights are flickering in her room. Music's kicking on. I'm like, man, some people will do anything to get a gift. I'm like, I really don't care.
Yeah, I seen this growing. She wasn't paying attention to anything going on, and anybody commenting on her or anything else. She was just listening to her music, doing her laundry. She didn't care.
Yeah. I try and look, but half the time I forget, and I'm just too busy talking about the other shit we're talking about.
Right.
Fuck. There's a way to prop this up on like my ceiling, so I wouldn't have to hold my arm up like this. Like if I had a phone.
I used to hold mine up in my visor.
Yeah, I was just too far that way though. I tried to put it in the little arm thing, but it's too weak and it slides right out. I was holding it up like this the one day, dude, and then all of a sudden it was like whack! Just freaking tight.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, no, bitch.
It's sad how many times I've done that.
Oh no, I'm out of chips. Let's do that bag.
All right.
Like this, 'cause I can lay back and just scope out and see what's around my car.
All right.
Oh. Shit, man. I think I'm getting sick. Past couple days I've been doing nothing but sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying. Go out and make some money. Kind of sucks.
I love this one here. It's a good one too.
I do DoorDash. That's the only thing, nice thing too. I don't. Oh. Hey,
You froze on me.
yeah, hit the power button on accident.
Oh. Okay, Google. Turn Bob blue.
Got it. Changing Bob to blue.
Good night, honey. I love you.
If you wanna ride, don't ride the ride home.
Well, I tell you, that's such a true song, ain't it?
You know what's sad? You'll be on here
That's such
watching other people, and you'll be leaning off to the side to smoke your cigarette.
Do what?
I said you'll be watching other people on here, won't even be on camera, and you'll go like this and lean off to the side to smoke your cigarette.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Smoke a cigarette, yeah.
Yeah, you'll get used to doing that, and when you're just watching other people and you're not even on camera, you'll catch yourself doing that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I was doing it last night, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not even on camera.
If you wanna be rich.
Usually, if it's just me or somebody else on there or whatever, you know, this one girl will go on, country girl, we'll go on there and like, all right, you ready? Yeah. We turn our phones, just smoke a cigarette, and come back.
You know, you can change your layout too. So if
Yeah,
you
I've
don't
seen
put,
something like it, yeah.
if you hit the multi-guest, and then you go up to the corner to the settings button, looks like a cog. You click on that, and you can change it to like the panel that's on the side,
Yeah.
or like this, or right below it. There's a thing that says you can turn the fixed layout off. When you turn the fixed layout off, like if it's just you and another person in there, one of you will have like the whole top, the other one will have like the whole bottom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger, so you can see a little bit better. Not too bad. I found a lot of that stuff out. Shit. Fall asleep. That's not a good thing. It's almost dinner time rush. I gotta make some money tonight.
What is it you do?
DoorDash.
DoorDash, okay. That's a big thing right now.
Yeah.
I got a friend of mine, he's doing that. And of course, I think he's working for, what's that other one? Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And he's making a killing.
I haven't been making that much past couple weeks, but I've been screwing off a lot. But I can make right around $700 a week.
Yeah. And he says after you've been doing it for so long, you know, you kind of figure out which ones to go on and which ones not to.
But $700 a week ain't bad, man. You know, I mean, that's,
Yeah.
you know what,
Nothing to stub your nose at.
that's like $2,800 a month, so that ain't bad. You can make some money at it. I haven't made that much in the past couple weeks, but I've been just screwing off doing other shit. That's the nice part too. You don't have to worry about getting fired or anything like that. It's kind of cool.
Right. I used to deliver pizzas for Domino's.
I did that for a while too. I delivered pizzas
You
for
see, you
Georgia.
still see some interesting things.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I had a woman answer her door butt ass naked one day. I just
Mhm.
did my delivery like any other delivery.
I've had them do that. I had a girl answer the door all naked and shit, you know, and she's like, "Hey, pizza man." I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?"
Yeah.
You know, and then all of a sudden this other girl comes running over and it's like, "What are you doing? Get back in the house." She's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "What are you sorry about?" Like, hey,
Those are deliveries you like to go on.
like I think I seen a porno that started like that once.
Right?
Like, shoot, it'd be funny, man.
I delivered.
We have strip clubs near us. I go to them. Like, I was going all kinds of different places.
I delivered to this guy one time, and he had a hat that had a Trusion on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they were laughing because they were wanting me to make a comment and stuff. And I'm pretty professional when I do things. And he gave me a pretty good tip. And all I remember walking back to the car is I didn't think he was a dickhead.
You know, I have a problem with no filter.
With the what?
I have no filter. So
Oh yeah.
like I had to bite my tongue the other week, right? So I'm doing DoorDash now, right? I had to go to CVS and pick up some stuff for this chick. Not a big deal. I get to CVS and I pick up uh coconut ladies shaving cream. Not that weird, you know. I'm like, coconut shaving cream, okay. You like coconut shaving cream, fine. Well then I had to pick up a thing of condoms. Starting to get weird. Then I had to get a Plan B kit, right? And I'm like, wow, this is getting to be a really weird delivery, you know.
Right.
So I go to deliver it to the chick, and when she opens the door and I hand her the bag, I almost said with my non-filter ass, but I controlled myself. It was really hard, but I almost looked at her and was like, damn girl, you got a day planned out for yourself, huh? Like,
Right.
you got something going on. And it was just because like I said, you know, I have no filter. I couldn't help myself,
Right.
and I so wanted to say it to her, but I didn't, and I'm so glad I didn't because it just ain't right to say stuff like that, you know. But
I was working overnight at a gas station one time, and this young guy comes in with his girlfriend. And they bought some condoms, and I looked at him and somebody's getting lucky tonight, aren't they? Boy, they turned beet red.
you know, like I've had to deliver like a dude I delivered this condoms to this dude. He answers the door in his boxers, man, and he just reaches out real fast, grabs him, and was like, "Thank you." I was like, well, he's obviously busy.
Right. Just in time.
You know, like he was glad to have him. He was like, "Yeah, all right,
Yeah.
freaking time." I've been sitting here
Right.
waiting, talking about, man, my jaw's getting sore. I would have cracked up if he said some shit like that.
Right.
I'd have died laughing right there, man.
Oh yeah, that'd have been something else.
But I'm an idiot. Like
So you
that.
deliver all kinds of stuff then.
Oh yeah, dude, I delivered. DoorDash delivers anything and everything.
Oh, I didn't know
I
that.
picked up. I went to Bed Bath Beyond and picked up towels. I picked up fans from there. I went to the pet store and picked up an aquarium and delivered it. Walmart, you go there and they have all kinds of different shit they package and you deliver.
Yeah.
Some days I do really well and some days I don't. Just depends.
Yeah, it's a hit and miss business anyway.
Well, yeah. Well, the weekends are usually fairly good. During the week, it's a hit and miss. Like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Sometimes it's great, and then other days it's like Like it just drags on all day.
Oh yeah. I
Like
enjoyed
today,
it when I delivered. I enjoyed it.
oh yeah, I had fun delivering pizzas. Like everybody around here knows me now because here in Ohio is a open carry state. So, and I had my concealed too at the time. And when I was delivering pizzas, some of the neighborhoods I go into, like, aren't exactly safe. You know,
Yeah,
there was
right.
a pizza guy that went into the one neighborhood that I delivered to, and they literally 5 dudes jumped him and beat him so bad they put him in the intensive care for $20 and the food he had. Like,
Right.
that's crazy to me, you know. I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
he
Yeah.
gave you the $20 and the food just so you wouldn't have beat the hell out of him. So me, I am kind of a douche, so I open carry, so everybody knows. Don't mess with that guy. You know, they're gonna look for an easier target than me.
Right.
And I go to deliver into that neighborhood, and there's 5 guys sitting out inside of the house, and this younger wannabe gangster kid, you know, and he was color, and he thought he was gonna be hard because I had a gun on my hip, started talking smack in front of his boys, thinking, you know, screw this white dude, I'm gonna mess with him. And I was like, you know, I'm like, whatever, bro. I'm like, I don't think I'm hard because I got a gun on my hip. It's purely for protection.
Right.
He's like, oh, I got a gun too. I was like, well, and like, big deal. You know, I don't really care if you got a gun or not. He was like, man, if I pull my gun out, you ain't gonna do nothing. I was like, look, bro, if you pull your gun out, the last thing you're gonna see is my barrel right before you see Jesus.
Right.
And he was like, oh, whatever, whatever. And he reaches into his pants to try and yank his gun out. Well, his pants are halfway down his fucking ass, anyways. You know, so he's reaching down into his pocket and he tried to pull his gun out and it got hung up on his pocket. Well, as soon as he started to pull up on it to pull it out, I pulled mine out and went right to, you know, because I practiced pulling it because muscle memory.
Right.
And I pulled it and I put that son bitch right to his head. I mean, it was literally inches away from his head. And he looked over as he's trying to pull and seen the gun, was like, oh. And his boys started laughing at him and shit. And I was like, I'm telling you right now, bro, if you pull that out, you're gonna freaking regret it for that split second. And then you'll be talking to God. And
Right.
he like, he just couldn't say anything. He just stuttered because he didn't expect mine to be pulled out that quick and be pointed right at him. And I was like, look, bro, I'm like, it was between me and you going home tonight. I'm sorry, but I pick me every freaking time.
Right.
You know? And he just kind of I was like, just take your hand off of it, leave it in your damn pocket, and I'll put mine away. And he pulled his hand out of his pocket, and then I holstered mine. His boys were crying. They were laughing so hard at him. They're like, man, that pizza man just punked you out. I was like, it ain't even about punking him out, bro. I'm like, I ain't
Right.
gonna play. I was like, you could tell everybody you know, I'm not playing. And they're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing at all, you know?
I had a buddy of mine. He was telling me a story when he was doing security on this parking lot overnight. There were these 2 guys that came in and was trying to take a tailgate or something. When he walked up on them, he said something to them, and they turned around and pointed their guns at him. He said all he could do was just start laughing. They said, "What are you laughing at?" He says, "You forgot to paint the orange tips."
You know, dipshits. Yeah, I said, God help anybody that. They were telling me the one night when I was sitting in my car, because only a couple blocks away from me is kind of a bad neighborhood. And they were like, you know, don't you get worried sitting in your car that somebody's going to come mess with you? I was like, no, I don't. I was like, because God help the person that comes walking up on me in my car. They're like,
Yeah.
really? Yep. I'm like, they'll get a rude freaking awakening really quick. And I'm a douche because I do every other one is a full metal. and the other ones are hollow point. And everybody's like, well, why do you do that? I said, well, if all you have is hollow points in and somebody's hiding behind something, you ain't going to hit them. Hollow point's going to
Right.
blow apart, before it even goes through there and hurts them, I said, but that full metal, if they're hiding behind a door or a car or something like that, that full metal is going to rip right through that metal and tag wood, metal, whatever, and tag whoever's behind it. They're like, okay, well then why do you do hollow points then? And I'm like, well, if they're out in the open and I hit them with that full metal, all it's going to do is go straight through them. Just going to leave a nice, pretty little hole on both sides. I
Yeah.
said, but the next bullet, if it hits them, is a hollow point. I said, and I'll tell you right now, if a hollow point hits you in the chest, there ain't no surgeon's going to be able to help you.
Right.
And they're like, really? I never thought of it that way. I'm like, yeah, well, that's the way I think of it. I'm like, when you're out and about, you never know, man. They pull up in a car, behind a doorway or a fence or something like that,
Yeah, these days you never know. You
I'm
never
like,
know.
you need to have your options open. If they come running up on you, hey, the hollow points will take care of them, I mean, I'm
Right.
not saying the full metal ain't going to hurt, especially if it hits you in the right spot. It could kill you just as easy. But, if you hit somebody in the shoulder area with the full metal, it's just going to go straight through and not really do any damage. It's going to leave just a nice hole. Whereas that
Yeah.
hollow point hit and it'll go boom and just separate and blow apart and shrapnel all over. You're going to feel that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna feel it.
I'm a firm believer that everybody should be able to protect themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, well, you make a target out of yourself by open carrying. I was like, yeah, maybe. I was like, but chances are the guy that's trying to rob somebody or do anything, he doesn't want to mess with the guy that can protect himself. He wants the guy that doesn't have the gun.
Right.
He wants easy robbery because he really doesn't want to have to shoot anybody. He just wants to be able to rob you and get away and not worry about it. I was like, imagine this. If you're in a bank and a guy comes in, a bank robber comes in, he's got a gun and nobody else has got a gun in there. He controls everybody. I said, now if you
Right.
go into that same bank and everybody's standing there with a gun, and that guy comes in with his gun and everybody all 30 people pull out their gun at the same time and point it at him. What do you think that guy's going to do? You think he's going to be able to shoot all 30 people? Hell no, he ain't. Like, he'll be able to maybe get one or two. And that's it, if he's lucky. I have people complain about me having a gun. Like, I like making people feel uncomfortable, so it's kind of fun.
Right.
Especially when you go in stores and they start walking down the aisle and they see you got a gun and then they turn around and walk back the other way like, oh shit. Like, really?
Right.
Like, you're scared of me? I'm like, I bet you if somebody came in here with a gun, started shooting up the place and I stopped them, your ass would be over there thanking me,
Right.
But I get people on the pizza delivery. One lady called up my boss and was totally complaining, trying to get me fired because I had a gun and I brought it on her property. And granted, she lived in a really nice neighborhood, so I mean, I get you live in a nice neighborhood and you don't have a lot of crime there. But that's not the only neighborhoods I deliver to. And that's what my boss told her. He was like, look, he's like, I understand you live in a nice neighborhood, but he doesn't go just to nice neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't believe you would let him carry a gun. He's like, why not? I carry a gun too. And she's just was so amazed that my manager had a gun too, and was so upset. She never ordered again from us, which whatever, that's her prerogative.
Right.
But that's the type of people right there though that are anti-gun. But then if you save their life with one, all of a sudden you're a hero in their eyes, and they're thanking you for it.
Yeah.
It never made sense to me, And I don't want anybody.
I'm not against it or not for it or anything else. I mean, guns are guns. I'm not a gun person myself, but I ain't got nothing against them.
I tell everybody, so far, I have never heard of a gun by itself jumping up and shooting somebody and killing them.
Right. Or
Always
voting.
somebody has a knife in their hand. And even when you don't have guns, look at some of these places that don't have guns. What do they have? They have a guy that fucking goes in there with a knife,
Right.
you know, and starts stabbing people and killing people that way. I'm like, it's not the gun, it's the freaking crazy guy that's behind it that you got to
Yeah.
worry about. And nowadays, there's so many of those people, man. Like, you just never know nowadays.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
I mean, you can be anywhere nowadays.
Too many weirdos out there.
You know, my neighbors were laughing at me because my non-filter ass. You remember a while back that guy that was on Facebook? He was right here in Cleveland, Ohio, and he was driving down the street, and I was speculating on what he was thinking, you know, because we were talking about, you know, because my non-filter ass will be like, oh yeah, that asshole over there, you know, and they're like, well, why does the guy got to be an asshole? Why can't he just be, you know, a jerk or something like that? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, that just came out, you know, that asshole. I was like, it's just like that guy in Cleveland with the we
Just
started talking about, you know, doing crimes. What's up, Jess? And I said, you know, it's just like that guy in Cleveland. He freaking was driving down the street on Facebook Live, and he was, you know, passing people, and he was like, yep, not that asshole, not that asshole. All right, this dickhead, I'm gonna shoot. You know, and he got out of his car and he went to shoot the guy. And they're like, well, why do they gotta be asshole, asshole, dickhead? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I was just speculating on what the guy was thinking in his head, you know? I'm like, that's what
right.
I would have been thinking. I'm not gonna shoot that asshole, not that asshole. All right, that dickhead. I'm
Kind of a
gonna get
duck, duck, goose situation.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me
Yeah,
throw
I
on a
don't
few
know, man.
shows.
I was wondering. Some strange things go through people's heads.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. Like
I
I said,
remember
you
when I
know.
heard here a while back about that second grade class that had tied their teacher up and plotted to kill her. A second grade
Yeah.
class,
What kind of crap is that, man? You in second grade? Like that's crazy to me.
right?
You know, like
I
in
mean,
second grade, I was hell. I don't even. We weren't even thinking anything like that.
right?
Door open. Which chair?
That chair right
Oh,
for
this
you.
one. Oh, yeah, I got you. Hey, girl. How you doing, girl? Yeah.
What's going on, Robot Key? Fun Time, Suntech, 5-star. I get confused. I keep going on like that.
Come on, puppy.
Hi,
Watch out.
Lily.
She's feeling so much
Hi,
better.
big girl. Hi, big girl. Yeah.
She's feeling so much better.
I love the way she always does that.
That's right, Al. You lost. And let me tell you what you didn't get. A 25% of the Encyclopedia International, a case of turtle wax, and a year's supply of rice-a-roni to San Francisco treat. But that's not all. You also make yourself look like a jerk in front of me. And you brought shame and disgrace on your family name for generations to come. You don't get to come back tomorrow. You don't even get a lousy copy of our home game. You're a complete loser.
What's up, girl? Good. Just chilling.
Where's I go?
Oh, yeah?
It's got a pool.
Awesome. You gonna go swimming?
Yep.
Cool. Are ya? Yeah. You might need a towel. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, girl. What's good, girl? Look, see the camera. You on the camera.
That's a cute dog there, buddy.
That's my neighbors. All right.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Thank you. Yeah, you leave it open.
Just-
I have to leave.
Just let me know when you're rearranging Ken's house.
Yeah, I will.
and you
Yes, I will. Mr. Brady might come home and be mad.
and you gotta do it just to mess with him.
I'm gonna.
You know.
Get pretty. Hot, your home needs windows that keep the cool air in and the sweltering heat out. Lifetime Windows and Siding offers Infinity from Marvin Windows, built to beat the Texas heat. Made from
See you
Ultrex
later.
fiberglass, they're
Yeah,
stronger
fun
than
swimming,
vinyl
okay?
and wonderful crack in extreme weather. Energy Star certified lower
Good time to go
utility bill
swimming.
with a cool, cozy home. That
Yeah.
makes your sweet tea even sweeter. This month,
Fine, I'm just waiting for my dash to start.
20% off.
I could go make some money.
Have Lifetime Windows today.
All the day that it's been scheduled and I've had to wait all day. Sucks. It's my neighbor. Who's all in here with it? Anybody? Anybody?
There were. I don't think there anybody's now.
They left. Oh. Yeah, my two neighbors are dating each other. Well, she's in between me and the other guy. And they started dating. And she's got keys to us. They argue over who gets to mow the lawn and everything. And
Well, the only thing I've ever done is argued over who gets to mow the lawn.
well, they're both competitive, and you know, he wants to be the guy that does it for the girl, and she doesn't. You know,
Yeah.
she's
Like she wants to be independent.
Yeah, you know, she's like, it's not a big deal because she'll mow the lawn and he'll come home and it'll be mowed. And it's like,
So
son
we
of a
got in here with
bitch.
us.
Who's in here with us? Anybody? Click on the 3 up at the top.
What's going on, Chris?
Did you get yours back yet? If you didn't, keep messaging them people and be like, hey, that's wrong. I shouldn't be banned. Banana, whatever.
What?
Rob. What's up, Rob?
Oh, you followed me. You'll see a lot of goofy, dumb, idiot stuff I do. Did you see that one night when I cut my hair? I had it all cut, had a few pieces left over. I just got in a fight with a lawnmower.
That's dope.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, if you click on the top of your screen, that 3, it'll tell you the 3 people that are in here. Probably you, me, and Chris.
Me, you, and Chris. Yep. What's up, Chris? You go live with us, buddy?
He can't yet. He's bananaed. Which he needs to start emailing them and complaining.
You see somebody's bananaed?
Yeah, Chris is.
What does that mean?
Another word for them not letting you go on live. Kind of don't want to say that word as much as possible. You know what I mean?
So he's in trouble. They're not going to let him go on live, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I got you.
That's why we say bananas.
Oh, I just thought that Minnie was crazy.
Yeah, we say banana that way.
I'm bananas too.
They have like a lot of the computer programs that pick up on keywords and stuff like that. Oh, shit.
Well, now there's certain words we can't say.
Yeah, they'll pick up on certain words. Hold on, I'll be back.
Well, how are you, Chris? Where are you from? Oop, I guess I turned it off. Okay, Google. Play Smile.
Got it. Here's your Deezer playlist called Smile.
You still with me, Chris? Ain't nobody here.
down and my fucking light on my gas started blinking. I'm like, what the hell? Why is my light blinking? I fucking left my car on.
Oh no.
For the past like couple hours, I've been sitting here.
Your battery still going?
No.
Your battery's dead? Oh no. That sucks.
So I just messaged my neighbor because she just left and was like, hey, after you get done down there dropping your daughter off, do you think you can come back here and give me the jump?
Right. I don't know how many times I've ran my battery down when I set in my car for 6 months like I did.
Well, I got my.
I tell you what, though.
Up, right?
Oh yeah, you had the stitching cord going and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big orange cord going from the house to the car.
Yeah.
And like I didn't even realize I left the car on because I was plugged into that. Like.
Yeah.
Shit. So now I gotta wait for. Hopefully she responds. If not, I gotta wait for my sister. I'll get my sister to come jump me.
Sunshine, sunshine reggae.
Yeah, dude. Shit. Hey, Katie. Jump in the live. If you can still.
Hey, what's going on? Sorry, didn't see you come in.
Breaking up too much.
You'll go live with us? Getting a lot stronger.
I just killed my battery, Katie. Then jump in.
Oh gosh. I love it. I love that word gosh. I don't know why. I just love the word gosh.
Yep, some nights we be telling Katie like she needs to leave the room because we're gonna take her innocence from her. Fuck, I can't believe I did that.
Okay.
That is so annoying. I'm gonna get ready though, because she's got to go to work. So
Chris, are you back? Oh yeah, I was on here with you earlier. Yeah, I was on here with you earlier. Pretty good. Not too bad, not too bad. Just been chilling, listening to some music. Just enjoying myself. Wishing I had a little bit of that Alaska cold right now. Oh, thank you. Oh, I'm in. Got the AC on, but it's still hot in here. It's hot. The insulation just ain't what it used to be. I'd have a feeling y'all have really good insulation in Alaska, don't y'all? You hope you do anyway.
they probably do.
Ooh.
Hell, if they don't, they'll freeze to death.
Right? Just send it through email. I'll get it. packaging me up a little bit of Alaska stove. All right. Of course, sometimes with our mail carriers, you never know. By the time it gets there, it's going to be cold, and I'll have to send it back. Right? You lived in Alaska all your life? What is your favorite thing about Alaska? Winter. That's not what I would have picked. But hey, that's cool. You like the cold, don't you? Only time I like the cold is when I'm sleeping.
It's chill. I'll be back later.
Get to travel anywhere. That's cool. We don't know how to deal with winter down here.
I do.
I know how to do it. Stay inside.
Where are you at again? You're in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, you don't know anything about winter.
Yeah, we're all about the heat. But I'm also used to sitting at flea market, sitting outside a lot, so I'm used to the heat.
Yeah, you wouldn't know what to do up by me.
Probably not. I know we used to go to Michigan in the summertime when we were kids, around July, and up there, you know, it'd be about 80 degrees, but up there it's nice, it's cool. Where, you know, we almost got to have a jacket, and they're going, it's hot, and I'm going, no, it's not.
Yeah, it gets like past week we've had a
That's
bunch
because
of
you're
days,
so sweet, lovely.
but we get like 95 degrees with like 99% humidity. Dude, it's freaking horrible.
Yeah.
But then in the wintertime, it'll be like 5 degrees.
70 degrees is I'm melting. Have you ever been anywhere besides Alaska? She was cool when I first got on today. Seattle area. I've never been out that way. She was on here when I got on earlier, and when I first got on for the day, you could tell she was just waiting for somebody to say something. She was watching her show and looking up every once in a while. She was bored. Somebody gets on, I'll talk. I hear you. I feel the same way.
I'm such a dude. I turn on the air.
Do what?
So I turn on the air.
And I was screwing around, Dave. I said I was screwing around. I took the cord, plugged my phone in, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking to my neighbor. And I forgot, and I had the car forward, the key on. For like the past 2 hours, so Sam came and gave me a jump. I was like, shit.
I get bored enough. I got it on my phone, and I also have TikTok on my TV, so I can be live and watch
It's
videos.
on the app, so it'll just
all of a sudden it'll be like, boom, go to Chipotle or McDonald's or Taco Bell or wherever. They pay for it. Yeah.
Thank you for all the likes. That is
I'll
just
get the
amazing.
text
Thank you.
and it'll come through on there, you know, a text, you have a delivery at McDonald's, and it'll
Hi,
tell you how
neighbor.
far away the delivery is, and it'll tell you, you know, how much you're getting to go do that delivery. And then it'll, you know, you go do the delivery. When you get there at McDonald's, you hit, you know, you're arrived at the store. Then you hit confirm pickup once you get the food. Then it'll give you directions to go to the person's house.
Yeah, today I'm just kind of.
Then when you drop it off, it's either leave it at the door. A lot of times, most they leave it at the door. You take it over and set it
I
down
don't
the
leave
door.
the house much anyway.
Take a picture through the app,
And
and then hit complete.
so
and then hop in
probably
the car
about 20, 30 minutes ago, I ate me a
and put money at it.
special brownie.
I mean, if I'm not
enjoying myself, enjoying the company, listening to music, making a goof of myself.
That's not bad for just driving around, listening to music, just fucking around, you know? I mean, there's a dude in Fairport, this older guy, he's like 65.
The cool thing is with my Google Nest right here, I can actually play games back and forth too.
He makes $1,000 a week doing it. And I'm like, $1,000 a week?
Yeah, I had a hard couple. Of course, we've all had a hard couple times, but I've had a hard couple of years here this last time. Health kind of took a toll of it. Mental health kind of took a toll of it. I'm just trying to piece myself back together. Brownies help. Yeah. Well, they don't, you know, you see on TV and everything else. I don't know what you're into, whatever, but they totally overplay it on TV. My brother and my mom, they're always like, you need to get on some kind of antidepressant, some kind of antidepressant. I said, I don't need one. Finally, one day I told the doc, I said, because she offered to put me on one, and I'm like, well, if you think I do, I'll try it. They put me on a strong one. I used it for about a week. I mean, I'm talking about, you know, I can say I've done the left-handed cigarettes. I've drank beer, and I ain't never felt like that. I mean, I didn't know who I was. I didn't have any emotions at all. I mean, they put me on way too strong of a dose. And so I got off that. I said, no, I ain't doing that no more. And so my mom offered, so why don't you try these brownies? Eat one a day. And so that's what I do. I eat one a day. And it just mellows me out and doesn't make me want to cry all the time. You know what I mean? And I've only been doing TikTok now for, I don't know, a couple months maybe. And I'll tell you what, it's made me feel better. My depression, you know, hasn't totally gone away, of course, but being on TikTok, being able to make these goofy, dumb videos that I do, if you haven't watched them, you'll see how much of an idiot I really am. But just the thought of making someone smile and seeing somebody like my video and even getting the followers. I mean, now too many followers, and I'm just like, I can't keep up. But I try to keep up with the ones that, you know, I stay interacted with. And I love doing the duets. I love it when people duet me. You know, it feels, I'm 44 years old. I know I don't look at that so pretty. But been married for 20 years. Kids are grown, moved out of the house. So I get kind of bored. Like I say, because of my health right now, I can't really work. I mean, just going from here to the bathrooms sometimes an ordeal for me. I sat in my car for 6 months because of something that happened. And I mean, I slept in my car. I ate in my car. I did not leave my car. My wife would bring food out to me, and yeah, I used to say all the time, I'm like, I ain't doing no dumb TikTok. I ain't doing that. Now I'm addicted. I'm like on it all the time. Like you, there's times that I'll do the same thing. I'll watch a show or something, and I'll go, feel like a dork, but and it makes me feel connected. Makes me realize that there are good people in the world. Because this world is just, it's gone so shit. I mean, this world is just, and the things that happen and stuff, for me, up until 3 years ago, man, I was the guy you wanted to know. I feel like I was the guy you wanted to know because I'm an easy go guy. Give you the shirt off my back. I mean, I don't know how many people I've seen sleeping in the car that we've met or whatever else that I felt bad for. And so I had an extra room to live with me, I don't know how many, I feel like I ran a homeless shelter. Many people had come and go from here, not particularly this house here, but places we've lived. And I've always enjoyed it though, trying to help people up, lift them up, because I know how it is not to have nothing. And you can get that extra help, even if it's just for a little bit, that's a world. That means the world to somebody. So I always tried to lift them up. So I always felt like when people looked at me, I hoped that when people looked at me, that knew me, that seen that I did that, they would say, "That's a good guy, man. Talk to him. He'll help you out. He's been through, I always feel like I have something to give, that I have something to offer, I still feel that way. I just, after that incident a few years ago, it's really, I wasn't drinking. I wasn't anything. I was on my way home from work. It was dark, pitch black outside. I couldn't see nothing. Had brights coming on right into my eyes to where I couldn't see a thing. So I couldn't see what was in the road. When those bright lights left my eyes, I saw something, but it was too late to do anything about it. I couldn't stop my car. I couldn't go to the right. I couldn't do nothing. The only thing was just to keep going forward and to stop as soon as I could. I mean, I put my brakes on, but anyway, I ran it over. When I get out of my car and I went back and looked, my worst nightmare, it came true. It was ended up being a young man that was laying in the road. Why he was laying there, I don't know, but he was an 18-year-old boy that was laying in the road wearing black clothes. I've asked several times. I have no idea why he was laying in the road, but he died that day. I watched him take his last breath after I ran him over and I killed him. I mean, it's not my fault. There's nothing I could have done. There's no way around it or anything else, and I know that. And I like to believe that God used me that night to take that burden from someone else who might not have been able to handle it quite as well. You know what I mean? I don't want to sound boastful or whatever myself, because I mean it's taking a toll on me. Hey, Channing, how's it going? And so yeah, it's taking a big toll on me. And now I feel sometimes when I go somewhere, I feel like, even though then people may not know, I feel like that's that guy killed that kid. I don't want to be known as that, and it broke me. It broke me so hard. I don't leave the house anymore. I've been up until a few months ago, I'd been talking to therapists. but because my wife makes good money, but it's enough money to take care of what you got to take care of, and there's not anything extra really to help out with some of the things we did have because I was going to the doctor and I was going to see a therapist because at the time when we started doing that, we had it to where we weren't making enough money to where we could get on some kind of program. Well, now she's over that threshold with her raise to where we can't get that extra help like I need. So TikTok has been a big, it really has, and there's people that say when you have tragedy in your life like that, you got to make friends with it. I don't think that I can make friends with it, but it's something I got to live with the rest of my life, however long or short that may be. And I'm ready to get out there. I'm ready to get out there and start doing whatever, going back to the flea market, sitting out, meeting people, in real life and socializing and going to church and stuff, and I can't, every time I drive, I see bodies in the road. It's getting better. I leave the house once a week to go to my mom's. Go over there just to get out of the house and hang out with her and stuff. And I do okay. I'm getting better, but it's still pretty tragic for me, pretty rough for me, And
I'm back.
But I'm trying to get better.
I'm back, Katie.
I see that. And thank you, Lovely, for letting me just kind of talk.
Katie's
sometimes that's what we all need, right?
Even though she sends me videos of people choking on friggin' popsicles, but it's all good.
Who's that? She does?
She sent me a video today of this guy and this chick holding a popsicle in between their legs, and the chick goes down and she can fucking go down on it. The guy's like, I can't get it, and he looks over and sees her, and he's like, smacks the back of her head, and the chick's like, it makes that choking sound. You know that sound, bro. Every guy that's ever had a girl do it right knows that choking sound. Because one night I was eating a bomb pop, right? You know what a bomb pop is?
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue. And as soon as I showed him the bomb pop, you don't have to be sorry, Katie. It was funny. And
so it's Katie. Okay, I'll have to remember that.
So I showed the bomb pop, and the one chick, Alpha's girl, she immediately started giggling, and I was like, I'm not gonna eat it all like sensual, like either, like I'm just gonna eat it, I was like, and I know what you want, and I leaned over like this, and I went with my head, so you can see my head bobbing, right, and I'm like that, made that choking sound. And as soon as I made that choking sound, old girl started cracking up and laughing. I was like, yep, you've made that sound before. You know that sound. And she just died, man. She was just dying laughing. No, my neighbor come over in that, and he was asking me about, because I do DoorDash.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do you do? I'm like, I just wait for the app to pop up and tell me I got a DoorDash. And he's like, oh, really? He's like, yeah. He was like, she was sitting in there, his girlfriend, one night, and she was hungry, but she didn't want to go anywhere. She's like, go on the DoorDash app. I don't know if I can pick you to deliver it. I'm like, no, it'll pick whoever's by wherever you want delivered. I said, but if you come out here and say, hey, here's some money, can you go here and get me this? I'm like, I'll go do it. But I don't care.
Right.
Like, I do it anyways. I'm like, and it'll be.
I did medical transportation for a while. That's one I love to do.
Which one?
I did medical transportation where I was taking people back and forth to their appointments and stuff.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun, but I had some moments there. There was this one that I had my phone rigged up to my car through the speakers, right? Well, when I got a text, at the time, my text was, uh-oh. Well, this big old lady, this heavy-set lady comes and gets in my van, and as soon as she sat down, I got a text message, and every speaker in my van went, uh-oh. She looked at me like, did your car just go, uh-oh? And I was like, no. Let me explain.
Yeah, but my car can do that. Whoa. Sorry, what? I can. Let me get my
We'll
glasses.
talk again, Katie. I appreciate it.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I need to get later, Katie. I'll be on later on too. I'll see you later. She's really cool.
Yeah, she seems pretty cool.
Yeah. She jumps in the live sometimes when she's got a good signal. Most of the time she'll stay in the comments because of her signal. I mean, Alaska, got to kind of figure the signal's not going to be that great.
Her signal wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be when I was talking to her earlier.
Yesterday she couldn't do anything. It was
yeah?
raining and storming. Yeah, she couldn't do anything.
Oh, yeah,
yesterday.
you were saying that, yeah.
Today it's not as bad, so her signal was a lot better today.
I'm surprised.
Yep. Gotta brush the beard and make it all nice and soft.
You gonna shave it all off?
Hey.
Oh, gonna brush. I got you.
See, I could shave all this off, no problem. But the stash, you know, not going anywhere.
See, I never really was one to shave very often growing up, so I can grow it, but it just doesn't grow thick like that very quick because I didn't shave that much, you know. But if I was to shave more now, then yeah.
Oh yeah, if I started,
I like my beard.
I started shaving now, and I shave every day. I could thicken it up really quick, but I'm just too lazy to do that. I'll probably do it one day, but right now I'm like, whatever.
This is the cleanest I've been shaved in quite a long time.
And like I've been messing with like one of my favorite people on here is Pork Chop, Shirley. She's one of my favorite people, and I've been messing with Hot Lips. I've been messing with her the past couple of days, just screwing around with her. And I kept asking her. I was like, you know, like the other day, like yesterday, her brother joined the room, and I was like, "Is your brother gonna be okay?" And she's like, "Gonna be okay." I'm like, "Yeah, when you marry a Yankee." And she just started cracking up laughing. I was like, "Whatever." Joined the room. I'm like, "Hi, future wife." You know,
right?
I'd be clowning.
I'm sure there'll be a whole lot more people on here in a little while.
Oh yeah.
Cause you're what, 2 hours difference from me?
Where are you at? What time is it?
I'm in Texas. It's 3:37 here.
It's what? 3:37? Yeah, it's only 4:37 here.
Okay, you're an hour ahead.
Yeah. I'm Eastern. What's up, Wendy? Get some more people in the box. Shoot. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here shortly and turn on my DoorDash app. It's almost time for my dash.
I hear you. My brownie's gonna be kicking in good soon here. I'll be making goofy faces and listening to music. Waiting for someone else.
That's fine. Question. Finally got a nap. Let's see, yeah.
You got a new thing up here I hadn't seen before.
What's that?
It says add live goal.
Add what?
What is live goal?
I don't know.
It says live goal is an update of wish list. It includes a special effect to celebrate when you achieve a goal. You can
Yeah.
set up a goal now and tell your viewers to contribute to it. What are the benefits of having a life goal? I don't mind. It's cool to get gifts. I don't care if I get them or not. It's cool if I do.
Yeah. I get them sometimes.
Yeah. I don't spend money on any app.
Well, the gifts are people giving them to you.
Yeah.
I get some. It varies. I'll get some, and I mess with people that come in because of Dollface. She always gets gifts, and I'm like, oh, I see how it is. Give the pretty girl gifts, screw the guys, huh? And then all of a sudden they'll give us gifts. I'm like, I was just playing. Like, you don't have gifts, bro. I was like, shit. Or they'll join the room and they'll be like, hey, beautiful. And I'll be like, thank you. I'm so glad you
Yeah, I
know
do the
this.
same thing. I do the
I
same
appreciate
thing.
that. And they'll be like,
There was
no,
a guy
I'm talking
yesterday
to
that was talking.
you. Like,
Yeah,
shut
this
up.
guy
I'm not
yesterday was talking to me, country girl. He kept telling her, "You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful." And I kept going, "Oh, you're gonna make me blush."
Yeah, I like messing with them. Like, it makes the day go by quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to shut up this off and go to my
You ever
work
seen
app.
that? You ever seen that movie Idiocracy?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You know, we're starting to get closer to that. It seems like.
I'm telling you.
I mean, you got a channel on TV now. It's called Fail Army, where all you do is watch people do dumb shit. And then you got TikTok.
Yeah, pretty much any movie you can name, I've probably seen it.
I'm a movie collector. That's not even all of them.
My walls look like that until I discovered the internet.
I like having the actual DVD.
Like, you can go to I use my Xbox mostly, but you can go to like the Internet Explorer on your computer or your phone even, and you can go to bflix FLIX.io, bflix.io, and you can pretty much watch any TV show, any movie that you want. As long as it says, like, in the top corner, it'll say, like, in the top right-hand corner, like, say you were a DVD cover, in the top right-hand corner, it'll say either HD or it'll say CAM, C-A-M. If it says CAM, do not watch it.
Oh, that's going to be somebody going in like that, yeah.
It's some asshole in a theater videotaping it, and it's going to ruin the movie for you. But if it says HD, you can watch them.
And that's called Flix what? Flix what now?
bflix.io.
Oh, okay. I think I have heard of that before.
Yeah. I have a few of them on my Xbox that I use that are good, that you can watch all kinds of movies on.
I got the Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Prime.
Netflix, anything that's on Hulu, anything on Amazon. I can do all that from that one website.
Yeah.
Pretty much anything you can watch, I can watch on there for free. Even movies that are in the theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the nice part. Like, there was I forget the last movie I watched on there that was. I haven't been watching movies since everything went down with my wife. But one of the last movies I watched was the Sandra Bullock one, Uncharted or something like that, or I don't know, where she's like a writer and they want her to go find the treasure or lost city or some shit.
Is that one with that guy that plays Spider-Man?
Well,
Because I think it is called Uncharted.
I don't think he played Spider-Man. I think the one I'm thinking of, it was with what the hell did that dude play in? I can't think of what he played in.
I like Sandra Bullock. She's an awesome actress.
Yeah, it was the new Sandra Bullock one, and like I said, I watched that one, and it was still in theaters when I watched it, so it wasn't like it was out already. It wasn't even out yet, and I got to watch it while I was in theaters, so that was kind of cool. But sometimes some movies that are in theater, it'll take forever for them to come out.
It's so expensive to go to the movies these days, man.
I'm telling you, I just went and seen Top Gun. I went and took this chick to see Top Gun the other day, and it was just for the two of us to go into the movie and see it. It was fucking 25 for the two of us.
Cheaper just to go buy the movie and say, we'll watch it at home.
I was like, damn, dude, I'm like 25 just for the two of us to go in it. I'm like, man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
But I got a drive-in near me, bro.
Oh yeah,
that's
cool.
I can look at the drive-in and see what's playing at the drive-in and go watch movies at the drive-in. And they play a double feature, so you get two movies, which is really nice. Plus, you can smoke.
It'd be nice to have a drive-in over here.
They do charge you if you bring outside food in. They want you to pay for that because they want you to go to their concession stand. That's where they really make their money. And it's only like $20 a carload. So however many people you can fit in a car or a van or whatever, it's only $20, which isn't bad.
I'd have loved to go live back then when they had when there were more of them, more popular back then. I'd have loved to live back then.
Oh yeah. There's a couple near where I'm at. There's one out towards Pennsylvania in Conneaut. And then there's one that's just a little bit south of me. It takes about half hour or so. Half hour, 45 minutes to get there from my house. But it's worth it because it's a drive-in.
It opened up over in Garland, but I don't know if it actually opened or not.
We used to have a lot around here.
That was before the pandemic, though. It may not be there anymore.
Yeah. A lot of places like that closed. Hell, we used to have one that was literally like 20 minutes away from my house. And we had another one that was about 25 minutes away from my house. Like they were super close. And then
you think with the pandemic that they would have got bigger.
Oh, drive-ins. Well, actually, the drive-in out there actually did pretty good during the pandemic. But the only problem was there was only so many new movies that came out that they had to start playing old stuff. So they didn't do as good because people already seen the older stuff. But like when they would play, like
I liked going when I was younger. I liked going to the dollar theaters.
Yeah. Yeah, we have those near us too, and we have all kinds of shit up here. We're heavily populated up here.
Ohio would be one of the states I'd really like to visit. It seems like it'd be pretty cool.
South of where I'm at, it gets to be more like farmland, country type. But pretty much for the few miles from the lake, for a few miles inland, 4 or 5 miles at least, it's just heavily populated all the way along the lake. But then you go south a little bit, past those, few miles, and then it starts becoming more rural and country and, like that.
Yeah.
But along the lake, it's just city after city, just houses and houses. I mean, hell, here, I'll show you something. This is what my neighborhood looks like. There we go. So, my house, my neighbor's house, the other side of me, my other neighbor's house, the other neighbors. It's all.
Yeah, that's the way it was. That's the way it was in the neighborhood I was in.
Yeah, it's all just
the way it is here.
Like it's all just houses, and then cross street houses.
Yeah.
And that's how it is every street from here to Cleveland. It's like that. It's just really populated.
Now we have a lot of. You got your towns are kind of small and compact somewhat. The further you go out into towns here, the more rural it gets, and the houses are further apart.
And that's pretty much how it is here. Like, I'm on the verge of, you go a couple more towns to the east, and then it starts spreading out a little bit more. You know, not as compact as here. But as you go south, the houses start spreading out really far. They start getting, farther and farther distance away. But up here,
I'm about an hour and a half from Dallas.
Yeah, I'm like, depending on how fast I drive, I could be in Cleveland in, I don't know, 30, 35 minutes.
No, the capital of Ohio is it Cleveland?
No, Columbus.
Columbus, that's right.
Yeah. Columbus is a couple hours away from me.
I don't like going to Austin. Austin is too busy.
Like I said, man, I was messing with some fake profiles one day, and the chick was like, "Oh, I live on the west side of Cleveland. Well, I'm on the east side, and she's like an hour and something away from where I'm at." So I'm like, "All right, I'll come over and visit you, like, word." And I already had a feeling that the chick was one of the fake profiles trying to get money, and so I just kind of was like, "Okay, I will," and I just had a feeling that I wasn't gonna actually go out there because I didn't trust my feeling. My gut said don't do it, so I wasn't gonna do it. So she's like, "Are you on your way?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, well, stop at the store and get me a Stems card for my computer. I need it, and I'll give you the money when you get here." I'm like, "Okay." So I stopped at the store and I took the Stems card up against me, and I took a selfie with it, and I put the card back on the shelf and came home. I never even went that way. I stopped at the stores because it's right up the road here. It's 5 minutes away, and I was already on my way home as it was, driving past it.
No, not there no more.
So I took that picture, and I'm like, "Obs, hey, Obs." And so I took a picture of it, right? And so the chick, I'm like, "I'm on my way out to your house. I'll be out there in about 45 minutes. So I came home, my dash had ended, I was screwing around online. And I messaged her 45 minutes later and said, "Hey, I'm at this address," and I picked an address that would have been down the street from her, and been like, "Hey, I'm in front of this address. I'll be there in like 2 minutes." Like, "All right, cool." So when I was like, "All right, I'm here." It's like, "Oh, take a picture of the code on the back and send it to me, and I'll come out." So I said, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, just come out." I'm like, "Here, I'll get out of the car." I'm like, I'm waving to the house. I'm like, "Do you see me waving?" She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Take a picture of the code and I'll come out." I'm like, "Just come get the card." And I'm sitting here at my house. I'm not freaking an hour, a little over an hour away from my house. I'm sitting in my driveway of my house, just texting back and forth. And I did that for like 5 minutes, talking about him out there waving. She kept saying she sees me, just take the picture. I'm like, "Okay." Then finally I'm like, "Look, I'm like, "Can you see me waving to you?" She's like, "Yeah, I can see you waving." I'm like, "Well, if you can see me waving, you better call Guinness Book of World Records, girl. You got like the best eyesight in the world." So what are you talking about?
Right.
I was like, "Well, seeing as I'm sitting in my driveway at my house, if you can see me waving, like I'm an hour away from you. If you can see that, you got the best eyesight anybody's ever had." Then
Right.
started cutting me out, telling me I was tricking them and this and that. And I'm like, "Bitch, you was just trying to use me to get a thing." I was like, "You think I'm stupid like all these other assholes?" I'm like, "You might be able to trick them into freaking driving all out there and giving you a card." I'm like, "But I'm not that fucking stupid." I'm like, I watch Catfish.
What happened to Aubrey?
He probably went to do something else. It's hard to say with him. He's young.
With inflation here, you need to get your finances.
All right, man, I gotta go. I gotta go on my work app. You have fun today.
All right, man. Yeah, you just have a lot of fun yourself.
Application of free beer. 4600 online, Texas.
Oops. Okay, Google, play Smile.
Got it. Here's your Deezer playlist called Smile.
Give me just a little smile. That's all I ask of you. Give me just a little smile. We got a message for you. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Don't worry, don't hurry. Take it easy. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Give me just a little smile. That's all I ask of you. Is that too much? Give me just a little smile. We got a message for you. Join the sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Don't worry, don't hurry. Take it easy. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. Let the good vibes get a lot stronger. Get a lot stronger. Let the good vibes 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 get a lot stronger. white horse. No, no, no. If you wanna be rich, you got to be a bitch. You got to be a bitch. I said rich. Rich. You bitch. If you wanna ride the white pony. Ride the white pony. White pony. White pony.
North Texas, are you ready to transform your home with windows that are both beautiful and strong? Lifetime Windows and Siding, your hometown Infinity from Marvin Team, offers windows that are built as tough as Texas. Made from Ultrex fiberglass, these windows are the superior choice. 8 times stronger than vinyl and Energy Star certified. They keep you cool all summer long. This month only, buy one window, get one window at 50% off with 24 months, same as cash financing. Contact Lifetime Windows today.
Sometimes I feel I'm a bad man. Sometimes I feel like a fool. Sometimes I just don't know how to act when people start playing cool. I'm going up, down, all the way around. Going up, down, all the way around. I'm an elevator boy. I'm an elevator boy. I'm an elevator boy. Going up and down. Going all the way around. Going up and down. Going all the way around. I'm going up. I'm going down. I'm going up. I'm a little boy. Sometimes I feel I've been wasting my time, fooling around town with you. What if a time when I'm looking out my window, I'm only looking for you. I'm going up, down, all the way around. Going up, down, all the way around. Going up, down, all the way around. I'm an elevator boy. I'm an elevator boy. I'm an elevator boy. Going up and down. Going all the way around. Going up and down. Going all the way around. I'm going up. I'm going down. I'm going up. the elevator board. Take me to the top. I'm going up. I'm the elevator boy. Take me to the top. Take me to the top. Oh yeah. Take me to the top, 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 top. Take me to the top.
Come on, take me to the top.
I'm going up. Whoa, whoa. I'm going up. Oh, yeah. I'm going up. Whoa, whoa. I'm going up. Oh, yeah. Take me to the top.
That was fun. What it do, cuz? Faith! Come join me. Oh, you can't join me yet. You ain't got over 1,000 followers, do you? You want to watch me make a fool of myself? I do a good job.
Your butt is wide, well mine is too. Just watch your mouth, or I'll sit on you.
What you been up to, cuz?
Better treat me right, cause I'm the king.
Come on.
Of cellulite. Ham on, ham on, ham on whole wheat. Alright.
Come on, brownie.
My zippers bust, my buckles break.
My mama made me a special
I'm too
brownie.
much man for you to take. The pavement cracks when I fall down. I've got more chins than Chinatown.
Say hi to
I
cousin
never
Faith.
used a phone booth, and I never seen my toes. When I'm going to the movies, I take up 7 rows because I'm fat, fat, fat. I'm really, really fat. You know I'm fat, fat, fat. You know it's really fat. You know I'm
Right?
Come on, you know. Don't you call
Make him
me
a little
Archie
bit
Barkley
stronger
or
this
stop. Tell me once again
time.
who's fat.
One a day, keep the blues away.
When I walk out,
You know,
to get my mail,
I noticed
it measures
that in
all
all your
the
videos,
scale.
didn't really
Down
see
on
you.
the beach, I'm a lucky man.
Have you watched mine yet?
I'm the only one who gets a tan. If I have one more pie a la mode, I'm gonna need my own zip code. When you only have the seconds, I'm having 23rds. When I go to get my shine, I gotta take their word because I'm fat, fat, fat. Come on, you know I'm fat, fat, fat. You know
I've been so depressed for so long. Big Pop has brought me out of my depression.
and the shadow
I'm
waiting for
brownie,
you. Found the
playing
girl
some
you
music,
once again.
and just enjoying myself.
Hello, Michelle.
you. I'm not Michelle. I'm
It's good.
actually Allie. I'm running her account while she's at work.
Ah, tried to trick me. I see.
Would you like to run one?
Huh?
Would you like to run one?
Come on. I don't know what name, but okay.
Let's go.
You know the song?
I don't.
You don't know Weird Al? Can you hear it okay?
Double tap. I can hear it. I'll double tap, share the live. Let's go.
I just don't know all the words to it yet. I've known as many times as I've heard it. but it's my song. I'm even especially thrilled right now because I have family on here right now. They're so awesome.
Oh. Y'all make sure y'all are double tapping, share the live out.
It was Elise. What did you say your name was?
Oh, you're good. You can do it.
I saw the little wren sitting there on a log. I asked him his name and in a raspy voice he said Yoda. Y-O-D-A Yoda. Yoda.
I miss you, kiddo.
I've been around, but I ain't never seen a guy who looks like a muppet, but he's wrinkled and green. Oh my
Let's go, guys.
This is where I need that Yoda filter right now.
I'm sharing it on my other account right now.
What did it say? Okay.
With the roses. Let's go.
Just, look at that. Ain't that cool? Let's go. Let's go. Staying alive. Staying alive. We need to stay alive song on here now.
Let's go with the Tiny Donnies, y'all. Let's go.
I'm gonna cry. I'm so happy right now. I love my cousin. I might actually win one of these things. You're gonna make me blush.
Okay, guys. Go double tap, share the live.
Yoda. I know Darth Vader's really got you annoyed. Remember, if you kill him, then you'll be unemployed. Oh my Yoda.
You know, Kim and Tracy's on here too.
With the Tiny Donnies.
I don't remember. It's been so long. I love the songs. I need to start listening to this more often. I'm having so much fun. Now, are you swaying back and forth and dancing to my music or your music?
Your music.
Oh, thank you.
Let's go, guys. Double tap, share the live.
Then you got to tell me honestly, Faye, what you think of my videos. I got fight with a lawnmower. Lawnmower wine, by the way. I think I like every one of your videos, but you don't have very many on there. You need to do a duet with me. That's what you need to do. You need to do some weird, goofy duet with me. And you can do duets with me anytime.
Let's go snipe, guys. Let's snipe. Can we snipe? Can we?
What is sniping?
Can we
Is
snipe?
that where you go out in the field and try to get those
North
birds in the
Texas,
bag?
Are you ready
Can
to
we
transform
snipe?
your home with windows that are both beautiful and strong?
Is that what it is?
Lifetime
You're
Windows
going
and Siding,
sniping?
Your hometown Infinity from Marvin.
They knows what we're
offers
talking
windows
about.
that are built as tough as Texas, made from ultra
Yeah.
fiberglass. These windows are the superior choice. 8 times stronger than vinyl and Energy Star
I'd like
certified.
to thank all of the people that
This
that
month
brought
only
me
buy
here
one
today.
window, get one window at 50% off with
My
21
cousin
sale
Jay.
cash financing. Contact Lifetime Windows today.
That's so sweet.
Well, thank you so much
Oh.
for the battle.
Not a problem. Thank you.
You have a
Made
good
my day. You too. We did.
Funny feeling. You love me.
Well, hello.
That song was perfect for that. Jeopardy.
I was there to match my intellect on national TV against a plumber and an architect, both with a PhD. I was tense, I was nervous, I guess it just wasn't my night. Art Fleming gave the answers, oh, but I couldn't get the questions right. I lost on Jeopardy, baby. I lost on Jeopardy, baby. Well, I knew I was in trouble now. My hope of winning sank, 'cause I got the daily double now. And then my mind went blank. I took potpourri for 100, and then my head started to spin. Well, I'm giving up, Don Pardo. Just tell me now what I didn't win. Yeah, I lost on Jeopardy, baby. I lost on Jeopardy,
That's right, Al. You lost. And let me tell you what you didn't win. A 20-volume set of the Encyclopedia International, a case of turtle wax, and a year's supply of Rice-A-Roni, the San Francisco treat. But that's not all. You also made yourself look like a jerk in front of millions of people. And you brought shame and disgrace on your family name for generations to come. You don't get to come back tomorrow. You don't even get a lousy copy of our home game. You're a complete loser.
Don't know what I was thinking of. I guess I just wasn't too bright. Well, I sure hope I do better next weekend on The Price is Right. I lost on Jeopardy, baby. I lost on Jeopardy. I lost on Jeopardy, baby. These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, I came up with more secrets to tell you today. These are my confessions. Slipped my mind the last 2 times, silly me. So now I gotta give you part 3 of my confession. First I told you about the skank that I was cheating with. Then I mentioned she's having my kid. That's not all. Now I recall more, you see. So I'll give you part 3 of my confession. Now this gonna be the hardest thing I think I ever had to do. Gonna tell you everything I left out of parts 1 and 2. Like remember when I told you that I knew Pauly Shore? Pauly Shore, that's a lie, I don't know what I said that for. I borrowed your chapstick from you without asking when I tried out your nose hair trimmer too. And by the way, your diamond ring is cubic zirconium. I killed your goldfish accidentally, just replaced it with another one. Confession. Just when I thought I said all I can say, I need to get some. These are my confessions. My mind the last 2 times, silly me. Now I gotta give you part 3 of my confession. On your dog last time I had too much to drink. There've been times when I peed in your sink. Oh no, I should agree that belongs in part 3 of my confession. Forgive me, I'm still trying to figure out why you used a toothbrush to clean off the bathroom grout. Oh, and sometimes in private, really like to dress up like Shirley Temple and spank myself with a hockey stick. Hockey stick. My boss thinks I'm a jerk. Didn't get that raise. I haven't changed my underwear in 27 days. And when I'm kissing you, I fantasize you're a midget. I'm so sorry, Debbie. I mean, Bridget. These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, I got a few more secrets I'd like to convey. These are my confessions. My mind, the last time, silly me. Silly me. Yes, I gotta give you part 3 of my confession. Gave you buttered toast, I dropped and picked up off the floor.